told your friend you're not okay? And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away.
Hi everyone, my name is Kathy.
And I'm Chloe.
And I am every woman. So today, people, we will be talking about dating. Again, we love this topic. Anyway, so we'll be talking about the people that we date. How do we choose them? And today we choose to look at it as traffic lights, the traffic lights of dating. The red flags, the green flags, the orange flags. Which ones are red, which ones are green, and which ones are orange. So as usual, we're talking from experience, our experience. It could be different out there. Also, sometimes we talk about the experiences of people close to us, things we have seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Love makes the world go round.
Oh, yeah.
So we have to talk about these issues, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
Everybody needs it.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with green.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So first let's start from
Mm-hmm.
what is a green flag?
Mm-hmm.
What is a green flag in a relationship? So I would say a green flag is the things or the action or the characteristics that you look for in a partner
that draws you to someone.
That draws you
that makes you want to see this person again.
More and and grow looking at a potential of something more solid. Yeah, so you were talking about love language.
The love language, which is different for everyone.
Yeah.
I think there is, in the love language, there's gifts. There's five, eh? There's gifts, quality time, acts of service.
Yeah. Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
And physical touch.
Physical touch.
Right. And physical touch.
Yeah.
So when it comes to love language, I think it can only be green for me if the person that I'm talking to or I'm dating loves me according to how I receive love, based on my love language. Yeah. So I want to be loved according to my love language, and not only just be loved according to my love language. I want to be loved without necessarily asking for it. You can communicate what your love language is, but you don't need to keep reminding someone that my love language is physical touch. So I want to, if I feel like it's a green flag. If the person you're with is loving you consistently the way you want to be loved, according to your love language. Yeah.
And I think that one is not even deliberate. It will now just happen.
Yeah.
You'll generally love someone quicker and faster and deeper.
Yeah.
Because they are attending to something that they're speaking your language.
Yeah. But I think initially it has to be intentional. Yeah. Because by default, what happens is if your love language is quality time, for example, and because you want to receive quality time, by default, you give quality time.
Yeah.
Which might not be necessarily what your partner wants.
I see.
So in the initial stage, you need to identify what they want. Maybe what they want is gift.
Yeah.
Gifting, and maybe you're not used to shopping for gifts. So you need to be intentional about buying gifts. On the other hand, maybe for me, my love language could be acts of service. So I need to communicate that to my spouse so that he can understand, as much as maybe his love language is gifting, mine is acts of service. So I'll need him to be a bit more and sometimes you might even need to explain in detail, especially when it comes to acts of service. Yeah. What to expect. I'd like you once in a while to think about taking my car to the car wash when I'm busy, or stuff like that. So that they can be able
that
to
will mean
learn
a lot more to you than a bottle of perfume.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So once they learn and know how you would want to receive love, so when they start now giving you love according to how you receive it and do that consistently, now that for me is a green flag. Yeah,
that's true. The deliberateness, I think, is a real one.
Yes,
because sometimes two people have different love
languages. It's not the same.
So the fact that they both are deliberately trying to meet the other person's love language.
Yes.
That's a green flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see one red flag.
Okay. Should we do a few greens and then move on to the reds?
Do you want to do a few greens?
Yeah, let's.
You want to be positive today?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So the next green we have is honesty.
Absolutely. I mean, what relationship do you have if you're not honest?
It's a no-brainer.
Communication and honesty.
Yeah.
Those have to come hand in hand.
Communication is a big one, actually. If you look at it that way, because they could be honest, but they tell you one word and they figure you've understood, or they don't say
communicators, but they're not honest.
Yeah. Is that
like they love to communicate, but what are they telling you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone can tell you a little lie, then they can tell you a big lie that can change your life. So honesty is a big one. All right. All right. We are going green. Generous.
Yeah. Initially, when I thought of generous, I thought, well, I don't really care because, I mean, but then, yeah, you want someone who can spend some money on you, and not just money, time.
I think the key thing here is not even so much, it's not so much, we're not talking about ability to spend money or whatever, what we're saying. Imagine someone who has something they can help you with, but they won't. Because it's not in their nature for no reason. It's just because it's not in their nature to be generous. So would you be able to share a life with someone like that?
I don't know.
Might be tricky.
Yeah.
Unless you're also like that or you see it that way.
Yeah, no. I see how, I think that is a green one. I see that is like a green one. But I feel like there's a little bit of a possibility for it to become a red flag. Because sometimes people can be over generous, and in nature, if they're over generous, can be a good thing. But human beings are not always good people with good intentions. So other people might take advantage which might affect your relationship.
Yeah,
because
for some people, that's
if this person is a generous person, he might not only be generous to you, he might be generous to
other people.
Yeah. But I think it's important for generosity within the relationship.
Yeah. All right. Some more green. Consistent. I love this.
Let me tell you mine now.
Is it a new age thing or was it always there? I wonder.
Let me tell you.
Consistency. Just be consistent.
Because I don't understand this new age dating of sending WhatsApp messages and feeling like you've communicated. Hi, H-I, or hi, babe. WTD. You know what that means?
No. WTD.
Or is it no, WYD. Oh, see, I don't even... So there's this thing, they send WYD.
What is that?
Question mark. What you doing?
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking, for real, you're gonna send me that text message and feel like you've communicated with me. And then that's it for today. And then tomorrow or the day after is when I hear back from you.
Actually, don't mind texts if they're consistent. If that's how we talk to each other through texts, that's okay. I don't feel like I need a physical call or whatever. But then consistently.
Let me tell you, me and Steve Harvey, same WhatsApp group. I feel like you can text your friends. You can text WhatsApp group for work, WhatsApp group for project business. I'm not a project. I'm not a business. I'm not a friend. I'm more than that. So guess what? I want a text and I also want a call. I want it all. And I want it consistently. Steady kind of consistency. What do you think?
What I think for me, I find sometimes texts to be very affectionate even sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I think sometimes you can go very deep just by messages.
Yeah.
But then I would call if maybe there's a problem. I know you're going through something crazy because then I want to hear your voice. I want to hear how you sound. Or sometimes what I want to text is so long, it's not going to make sense. So I need to, but
Okay, so the text, maybe we can leave that to communication because I feel differently about it. Because so for example, if you ask me how are you, I'll tell you by default
fine.
I'm fine. By default.
Yeah.
That's the quickest way to respond. So I feel like if you want true connection,
then you need to hear someone's voice.
You have to talk to someone, and if possible, even see them. But of course, life is life. However, I think what we're talking about here is consistency. So if texts work for you, that's fine. Let them be consistent. If it's showing up, for the relationship, just be consistent.
I think the younger generations have become very flighty, very, very flighty. So ghosting people
and casual, I know.
And what's this thing of ghosting people?
Ghosting is one thing. Ghost, and then that's it. Just leave my life, and I never have to worry about you. But then ghost, and then 6 months down the line,
come
again,
back like nothing happened.
And you don't just come back. You come back with hi. You remember what I was talking about? That's the problem I have with these messages.
Yeah, man.
Hi. As if nothing happened. I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, so I agree. Consistency.
Consistency at this point, really. I don't think in the olden days it was that much of an issue. I feel like it's a new age thing. Is it social media? Is it the internet that has done that?
I don't know. So if you have a guy who's consistent, they're calling you every day, they're showing up every other day, like you, it's very steady. I think that is a green flag. And you know what that communicates, which also I think is a green flag. It communicates that you're important to me.
Yes.
It communicates that you're my priority.
Yes.
I'm prioritizing you in my life.
Yes. You take a big part of you occupy a big space.
Exactly.
An important space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like everything else is okay, but you are important to me. I'm prioritizing you.
Yes.
That's what consistency communicates. So, those are green flags.
Consistency is a big green.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to red. Moving on to red.
Yeah.
The interesting thing here is that we started with bad manners. Loud, obnoxious. I don't know.
Yeah, like just bad manners.
Bad manners.
Church, Yeah, if you're loud, obnoxious.
Is chewing with your mouth open in the same category?
Yeah.
Okay. Bad hygiene?
Yeah.
This person could be wonderful. They could be consistent. They could be amazing. But these small things that you cannot ignore.
You can't shake it off, huh?
Oh man, they can be deal breakers. They really can be deal breakers.
Yeah, like chewing with your mouth open.
Yeah.
And loudly.
Yeah.
Maybe they are slow pee eaters.
Yeah.
Or me, let me tell you, the one that gets me is just an obnoxious person. You know that loud person with it, like in a party or in a crowd, the one person who's obnoxious and wants all the attention and is loud and is out of control.
Yeah. And sometimes they're not even drunk. There's people who do that.
Yeah.
Sober, properly sober.
It's like,
I don't know. But there are people who don't notice. They don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. So bad manners, Have some etiquette. A little. You don't even have to be perfect, no, just a little bit of etiquette, decorum here and there.
Yeah.
So, for example, let me ask you, like, what about like loudly farting in public?
Oh goodness, no.
No.
In private, I think there's people who don't mind. I feel like, I don't know. I think I wouldn't mind, to be honest. In public, no. Really, no. I mean, you think about it. You wouldn't even allow your child to do that in public. I mean, you would tell them.
Excuse yourself.
Yeah. Barking loudly.
Yeah.
Hold your mouth.
Or picking your teeth.
don't know. A little etiquette is good.
Yeah.
A little etiquette is good.
Yeah.
I don't think you can ignore that. The man
Mm.
can be amazing, but I'm not sure how long you can
But
ignore
so
that.
let me ask you, what if you tell them and they actually genuinely change?
That's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
But imagine how hard it is to tell someone.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing.
It's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or people who spit on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. No.
Yeah.
No. A little etiquette, please.
Please.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, another red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Close-minded people.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. Unless you are close-minded yourself, so which means you don't see it as an issue. There are some values you need to share. Yeah. For me, an intolerant person, someone who won't sit next to those ones because they belong to that religion, or because they do this, or because they are eating a certain thing.
And you know,
don't get
the
it.
problem, I think the big problem with close-minded people is because they're closed-minded, they think that what they know, one, is everything, and two, is right.
Yeah.
So that's it. There's no room
for any other perspective.
Yeah, nothing, zero.
Anybody else's opinion.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's a real put off for me.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%.
Because it is possible to believe what you believe.
Yeah.
And allow other people to believe what they believe.
Yeah.
It's not affecting you.
Yeah, we are human beings. We learn every day. There's always something to learn every single day. So you can't be possibly the only one who knows everything. You can't be in a position where you're not allowing yourself to listen and see things from a different perspective.
Exactly. I think no matter how old you are, you know, as a teacher of many years of small children, I learned a lot of stuff from the children. You can't now have the opinion that you cannot be told something because no, that's a big put off.
Yeah.
Because how do you even communicate with this person in the relationship?
Yeah.
How do you bring out a point they hadn't seen?
Yeah.
If they're not willing to go, oh,
yeah,
I didn't see it that way.
Yeah.
You have a point there.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No.
That one?
Yeah, that's a no-go zone.
That's a no-go zone.
Yeah. All right.
Next one?
Next red flag.
Yeah.
Narcissistic.
Okay. All right. So I feel like narcissism is a red flag. But then I'm also wondering, how do you tell because ideally red flags, you should pick them up at the beginning of the relationship, maybe the first year or so, or first 6 months. Sometimes I feel like by the time you actually learn your spouse is a narcissist, you're even married
for
to
a lot
them.
of people it shows up much later. Yeah. But I feel okay, maybe not really narcissism per se, although I'm sure the spectrum is wide. There are some characteristics of manipulation that you can see early on if you're paying attention. Yeah. I feel like once you're getting into a relationship, you should make sure you're not getting in with your heart only. Like your eyes should be open, and you can acknowledge having a lot of feelings and infatuation for this person, but at the same time allow yourself to acknowledge the things you're thinking. Wait, did you see that point? Isn't that a bit off? Yeah. But then give yourself time. Observe, see. Yeah. But the freedom and the ability to tell yourself that I really want this to work. But if it's not supposed to work, I will be okay with it. I need to trust that if it doesn't work out, it's for the best.
Yeah.
So that it puts you in the mental space to see the red flags.
Yeah.
I feel manipulation, you can tell.
Not always, by the way. Not always, especially for hopeless romantics who just fall right in love.
Oh my God.
You might not be able to see. I think if you're those people who are hopeless, there's nothing wrong with being a hopeless romantic, by the way. It's a beautiful thing. The only problem is that if you end up with the wrong person, then it can be such a heartbreak. I feel like, as you say, just go in with not just your heart, but try with go with your head. And then sometimes I also feel like, especially if it's not someone you've met, like a stranger, if it's someone who you even have circles, like you share common circles, listen actively. You don't have to respond, but listen to what people are saying about this person. Listen,
and even how this person is interacting with the group and other people.
Listen actively. They might be acting different towards you, but if they have the capacity to be mean to other people, manipulative to other people, that seed is there.
Yeah.
That seed is there. So observe. You don't even have to respond, but listen and observe. That could give you insights.
I also feel like something that has helped me. I can be in a relationship that I know is not going anywhere. I have been in those situations where I know there are red flags for me that are very serious red flags, but there are green flags as well. There are things that I enjoy about being with this person. So I continue, but I know for sure. I mean, I feel like sometimes we need to accept that not all relationships have to become permanent.
But then why would you stay?
Because it's working at the time. And because it makes you happy at the time. And
I feel like I would stay if it was orange flags. But if I hit red flags and I get to a point where I think, okay, this red flag has no potential of turning orange at any one point, I don't think I would stay. But I'm not saying if you choose to stay is wrong. I'm just saying
I would. I have.
I'm just
I
saying
have in
for
several
me,
occasions.
I don't think I would stay. And this is why. For me, I'm not saying there's right or wrong. For me, the reason why I would not stay is because I feel like every time or every day that I spend with this person is an opportunity lost to meet a new person.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But for me, the way I look at it is, say, for example, I'm the kind of person who really loves parties and hanging out. And this person is great for hanging out. Then I'm in for the hanging out bit. The part I don't like, for as long as I can, I'm going to ignore it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to know that this can never be serious. This is never going to be serious. There's no time it will get serious. And I feel like a serious relationship will come when it comes.
Okay.
When it wants to come, it will come.
Okay. I guess people are different.
Yeah.
People handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think I started feeling this way with widowhood, where I realized the moment is so important. Enjoy the moment, suck out everything from the moment. And therefore, if I come across someone, people are not perfect. So I'll come across someone and I can see some things that for that moment are not affecting me. I'm just gonna enjoy the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's for me, that's my motivation.
Yeah.
But I know for sure we're never ever gonna be serious. If it starts looking like it wants to be serious, then that's the point I go, oh, yeah, by the way, sorry. I can't do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Red flags.
Red flags.
Okay. Narcissistic. The last one. Mama's boy. Oh, man. Are there mama's boys who the fact that they're mama's boys ends up being a good thing? Is it possible?
I don't know whether I'm being closed-minded right now. But
these are tough questions.
Let me tell you. There's a difference between having a good relationship with his mom and being a mama's boy.
Okay.
Personally, that's
so the mama's boy is already negative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for me, I feel like in a relationship, especially if you're taking it to you're planning for it to go all the way into marriage or something truly committed, your priority needs to shift.
Yeah.
And that can shift if you're a mama's boy. Your priority needs to shift to your woman. The moment it's a mama's boy, there's always be war for priority.
Let me throw a spanner in the works there. I know a family, without naming names, of grown-up sons. Way grown-up sons. They love their mother. How can I explain to you? They all have houses around their mother's little hut, and they all go to their mom's hut every single night. Every single night. They eat there. Now, these men have wonderful relationships with their wives. Note,
Mm.
this mama, the old mama,
Mm.
has a wonderful relationship with all her daughters-in-law.
But then those are not mama's boys.
Okay.
Those are not mama's boys.
But they refer to their mom a lot. They run things by their mom a lot. They see their mom about almost everything.
The question.
Yeah.
They refer to their mom a lot, but is the reference mom first or wife first?
I don't know. I don't know that much. Okay, I hear your point. I hear your point.
Because there's
so maybe this is the kind of mom who encourages her sons to put their wives first.
Yes. And in turn, that will build a very beautiful relationship amongst them, you know. And, you know, for it to get there, I think the mother needs to accept that this child is now grown.
Yeah.
While he used to be my priority, he's now a grown person. And even as the Bible says, he's forming his new family.
Yeah.
So that is his priority first.
Oh my God.
It doesn't mean that they can't consult with me. They can consult with me, but I need to understand that it's just a consultation. They can take my advice or might not take my advice, and I should be okay with that. My work is to support them. Then that's a beautiful relationship. For me, I think mama's boy is the one now, you know for a fact. You can't even do anything. You can't even...
And no matter what you say...
If mama does not approve...
By the way, let me throw another angle to this one.
Yes.
I know a family which it was not the mama.
Yeah.
It was the dad. And he would scuttle all the families of his children.
Yes.
No matter what you guys decide in your marriage, these children have to consult their father.
Oh, really?
And he makes them change.
Okay, this is the first time I'm hearing such a situation.
A father, yeah, it can happen. Wow. Imagine that.
And the way fathers are, you know.
No. I've seen situations where he has managed to interfere with almost all the marriages of his children, and others are not even married.
Red flag.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, red flag. But some of those are so hard to see in the beginning.
Yeah. It's true. You'll start seeing them, especially when maybe at the point where you're almost getting engaged, almost when things are getting serious.
Way into the marriage when you want to invest.
Yeah.
Or you want to, I don't know, do what.
Yeah.
And suddenly, no.
Yeah.
It has to be decided by another person.
Yeah.
Outside the marriage.
Wow.
Well,
I think what we are saying is, if you have a sneak peek early, take it as a red flag as it is. Don't wait until to get... Because if you start picking them up in marriage,
yeah.
And you know the problem is, once you're finding out too late in, you don't even have... Like, the resistance will be higher to try and change the situation.
Yes. Yeah. Your stakes are... You have less cards to play. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's gone.
So I think it's not even just mama's boy. Now that you brought up the issue of the dad, I think if this person has
some other influence.
Yeah, and is not taking into like your opinion and taking into consideration your feelings first. And when there's a choice between you and somebody else, they always choose the other person, then
there's a problem.
There's a problem.
There's definitely a problem there. I mean, when I did my premarital class, they said, come for premarital class.
Yeah.
Not at the point of marriage.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah. I think they had a point. All right, shall we move on to orange? Physical appearance.
Okay.
Does it move to red or green?
So he's short and but he's nice.
As you fade away.